Wins win in overtime 92-87. We're going to be joined by Cal Poly head coach Faith Mimnaugh in just a moment. We just got a fist pump by Cal Poly president Jeffrey Armstrong. As big a win that I've been a part of for Cal Poly women's basketball here at Mott Athletic Center, and you know what? This is one for the memory banks and one for the history books. As Cal Poly wins 92-87, we're going to be joined by head coach Mimnaugh in a second as she gets done getting congratulated by fans here at the Mott Athletic Center, and boy, what a game it was. Absolutely, get him in, coach, get him in, absolutely, take your time, take your time. Wow, 92-87, Cal Poly beats UC Irvine. Coach, I'm not going to ask you how it was done because we all know Molly Schlemer on senior day, 6'5" center from the top of the circle, ties the game with a three-pointer. What was going through your mind? No. That's what I said too. Oh my gosh, if she doesn't make it, that could be curtains. What a game, what a win. Coach, soak it up. I mean, this is...
I'm speechless, and I'm obviously quite emotional.
That's quite okay.
You know, it wasn't a perfect game for us. Anna was struggling the whole night, but she found ways to make some plays. It's an unbelievable performance on so many ends, Coach. You know, the threes by Beth Ballbeers in the second half, 5 3-pointers. She finishes with 17 points. I get huge from you. Beth Ballbeers, boy, what a game. Pick a time, because it was looking a little scary there in the second half when they took them to a 10-point lead.
Right, it was a 10-point lead.
And, you know, I think we were down a little bit. Emotionally, we're like, oh, here it goes again. And, you know, I called timeout and said, you know, whatever's happening, we still have to this in time, so you can go forward. Don't go back. Look forward. We're winning this game, and that's exactly the attitude that they took. I'm so proud of how they stepped up today as a really tough Irvine team. Really tough.
Right. Oh, Coach, you've beaten them twice this season. You had to come from behind to do it this afternoon. You talked about the 10-point deficit, Coach. What was it like in the huddle? You said you guys had lost a little bit. The wind was taken out of your sails. A 10-point deficit against a good team like this. What were you telling the troops at that time?
Really, at that time, I was saying the game's not over. There's so much to do in here, and whatever's happened in the past of the game, we got to let it go, and we got to be focused on right now, winning the game right now. And I thought that they took heart. They were talking about getting stops, playing really tough defense, trying to limit Buckley. I mean, what a great player
she is.
You know,
tremendous.
If Molly doesn't get it, I think that she's going to get Player of the Year. I mean, she's just outstanding career, really.
Right.
But for us, I'm really proud of how we held our poise, came together. We had a couple of errors. We had a lot of errors in the first half, which put us in a scary position, and then the second half we just it wasn't going for us straight away, and then once we figured it out,
right.
We got us all on the same page.
Coach, speaking of the Mustangs of old, you guys are so good when you get Molly Schlemer involved. That was one of the keys. Get inside today against UC Irvine. When Molly Schlemer is going and she's not in foul trouble and she's really playing good basketball, you guys can beat anybody in the Big West Conference, and you proved it today with Molly Schlemer. She finishes with 13 and 11 points. What a player, and on senior day, of course. That three-pointer at the top of the circle, I've never seen as big a shot as I saw after that.
And then the first 2 minutes of the game, she got too far on the bench.
Right.
I was hoping that she would be able to play on her senior day. Thank God she was able to as well as she was. We had some really good defensive plays from Karen Garza. Took a couple of charges, but she was able to make
not the best rebounding team in the league, 61 to 43. I know you're flabbergasted by that. I kept looking at it. You know, the Mustangs win 92 to 87 in overtime. They get a big three-pointer by Molly Schlemer, and head coach Mimnaugh is joining us on the postgame show. She's looking, cannot believe that they out-rebounded UC Irvine 61 to 43. Coach, that is an unbelievable stat, isn't it?
It is an unbelievable stat, and I'll tell you this. If you look at the defensive boards for our opponents, that's how many rebounds Camille Buckley got the first time that we played them. Unbelievable.
She was held to 12 today, Coach.
And
12.
You know, I know, well, you say that, most people would be really excited that they could even get 12 boards, but she is such a great rebounder. Like, that should be, we're celebrating that. That is amazing.
Hey,
that
Coach,
is amazing.
Frame that, please. Take that one from me as well.
I am framing this game. This was an amazing effort by our team. We asked our kids to box out, and I just thought that they really took it to heart. They did an amazing job. Man, I'm just so proud of them.
Coach, talk about Amaka Ofodu. She kept several offensive possessions alive with her offensive rebounds, kicking it back outside again. Not only is she a defender, she has stepped up so much this year as an on the offensive end, but what she did on the offensive glass today, you talk about 61 to 43, she kept several key offensive possessions alive down the break.
You're exactly right. I was going to say that earlier, and it blanked my mind. I'm so glad you brought that back up, because if we didn't have those possessions, we just needed clock. You know, we needed to milk the clock as much as we could at the end of the game, and I think we had maybe 2, maybe even 3, kind of in a row, where we were able to take a full minute.
There were 3.
Maybe a minute and a half off the clock.
That's exactly what I said.
I thought that was such a huge hustle play on her part, and all of them. Molly got an offensive rebound and she kicked it out. Maka, offensive, kick it out.
Right.
I'm like, oh yes, because sometimes they play not so intelligent basketball and they would just try to take the ball back up, but to actually think about time and score, really proud of them.
Coach,
because that's at Cal Poly. I got to tell you, that's Cal Poly smarts.
There you go. That's exactly right. We're joined by head coach Mimnaugh on the Cal Poly women's basketball post-game report. Mustangs win 92-87. Coach, you know, this season it's been really tough at the free throw line, and I know during practice you guys have your drills and you have the methods to try to get into place to make your free throws. You guys were 25 of 29 at the charity stripe. That also brings a smile to your face, doesn't it?
A huge smile. And part of it is having the right people shooting the free throws.
Okay.
You know, we've got some really good free throw shooters, and that end up putting the ball in their hands. Obviously, Jonay Irvine, we'd been asking her, can you go into the defensive players and try to draw fouls? Because this is a great tool for you. You're such a strong free throw shooter. We'd like to get you to the free throw line. And if she shoots floaters or jump shots, she never puts the pressure on the defense. So I thought she did a great job today with that intention of trying to draw fouls, get to the bucket, and obviously a sizzling 13-14 from the free throw line. It's amazing.
Coach, you know, so much can be said about Jonay Irvine, so much can be said about Molly Schlemer and Ariana Eligado, but when you get contributions from players like Beth Ballbeers and Kristen Allais, what does it mean to your team?
You know, it's team. You know, we're great. We got Boy Eligado.
Yeah. And he's dressed in all white, mind you. Okay. Wait. There you go. Hey, Coach, you know what? Hey, you have no moves when you see me. But you know, players like Kristen Allais and Beth Ballbeers come up so big. You know, this evening against UC Irvine, 92-87, Ballbeers hit some big three-pointers. Kristen Allais did really well in the first half.
It was awesome. You know, I thought that she played a great game for us. She really got to the free throw line as well, was attacking. Just so many tough plays, and you know, I let my senior stay on the court at the end of the game. She easily could have been doing damage in the second half, and this was a credit to a whole team of tremendous people, and I'm very, very proud of them. We've had our knocks this year for sure, and the second part of our conference play, we've been battling, and really proud of how the kids showed up today.
Coach, what does a win like this mean against a good UC Irvine team? You guys are still now tied in Big West Conference play with Hawaii. What does it mean for you moving forward with one game left in conference play?
Well, you know, Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara has been playing really well lately.
Santa Barbara is really, really tough, and they play well at their home.
Yes, they do.
They're not the same team that we beat handedly here on our home court. They've made some adjustments. They have some personnel people that they're playing a little bit differently. It's going to be a tough game, but if there's anything I can tell you about the Mustang-Gaucho rivalry, I will tell you that the Mustangs will show up.
Okay. Absolutely they will. There's no doubt in my mind that they will. You guys out-rebound a very good rebounding team, 61-43, 92-87 in overtime. Coach, where does this rank up there on your list of Cal Poly women's basketball victories for you?
This is
pretty high, I'm sure.
Very high. You know, I want to say probably maybe top 8.
Okay, top 8.
I mean, it really, because it was a fine basketball team. They're loaded with senior play. We had to double team Buckley when Methlin.
A no-go Muho.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't even going to try. I usually go like that.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. You know, she's such a great rebounder. That's how they were able to really stay in the game the last time we played them. Buckley had obviously a tremendous game from the boards the last time we played them, and then Methlin did a great job of the offensive glass. So when she was on, she doesn't really want to shoot outside shots, so we were trying to sag off of her and get double teams off. When they brought the 4 guards on, sometimes our guards lost their mind and we were thinking we're still in the double team, and then they'd find the shooters on the court, and you know, they're a tremendous three-point shooting team. I have to really credit Doug and his staff for working with his kids, because last year when they came here, and they were really struggling last year, he said my kids can't shoot at all. Well, he taught them how to shoot the
Yes,
threes.
he did, very quickly.
Over the course of the year, he taught them how to shoot the 3.
Yes, he did.
They've been playing with a lot of confidence, a lot of poise. He's done an amazing job with his program this year, and his seniors have really picked up the pace from where they were a year ago, and a lot of credit to him and his staff, and obviously the great seniors that are on that team.
Coach, savor this victory. Frame that, please, for me. And 92-87, Cal Poly beats UC Irvine in overtime. You know, you guys are right atop the Big West Conference standings. This is huge heading into the Big West Conference tournament. Like you said, 1 game left against UC Santa Barbara next week. And I just heard from head coach Mimnaugh, she said Cal Poly will show up. There's no doubt about that.
We will show up. The Gauchos and the Mustangs, that's a long time rivalry, and for us, I'm really proud of our team. All the Mustangs are out there praying for me. Thank you so much, and praying for our team. Thank you for your prayers. Thanks, Dad and Joyce. I love you guys.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks as always, and congratulations. Great win. Thank you.